And the Clippers starting five. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Batum in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Patrick Beverley out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. There's Edwards. And it's Vanderbilt in at the four-man position. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket.
And the rejection by Towns. Beverley finds Towns. Russell with a wide-open look. Good, and as this goes to Towns.
You know, this has become a real weapon for Russell now, and it's because he's worked hard on this shot.
Now George, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Pass to Batum for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Oh, here's Edwards. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Beverley for three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
George against Beverley. Shakes him. It's rebounded by Towns.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And when Towns is on the floor, the attitude of this team completely changes. They play with so much more confidence.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Kevin. He's a floor raiser. In other words, he makes everybody else play a little better and lifts up their confidence. And he does it while also putting up monster numbers of his own.
Now, here's George. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points run up from outside here in the first. Russell passes to Edwards. Driving inside. And the rejection by Zubats. George against Beverley. Right side, George. Zubats a screen on Edwards. 6 to shoot. Batum inside the three-point line, and it's off the back rim, no good. Batum against Towns. Outside, Russell. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Outside, Edwards. Three-pointer. Towns trying to get open. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Russell.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Beverley against George. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
Up top, Russell. Zubats defending, and it's Russell missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Jackson. You saw him with 10 points last game. Here's Zubats, and that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubats. And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk blocked shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. The Clippers third.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Towns a screen on Jackson. Towns up top. Jacks up a three. And another three for Minnesota.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. McDaniels comes in for Vanderbilt. Okogie's checked in for Edwards. And it's Malik Beasley in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Coffey. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Russell. Releases. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 8-point game. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning and going away.
On the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 8. Down low. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Outside, Russell. Got a hand on it. Here's Coffey. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Powell against Beasley. Covington setting the pick for Powell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Powell in the high post. He's up against Beasley. Powell with it. Another key contributor to that nice win against Phoenix. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Timberwolves lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, post-tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Norman Powell is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Now here's Edwards. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. It's good from long range. Towns has got the lead up to 10 now for Minnesota.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out. Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
And Anthony Edwards, the top pick of 2020, not the most polished player early on, but his ceiling is through the roof.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Pass to Beverly. Kicks it to Towns. And another 3 for Minnesota. So many top picks come in ready to play, Greg. Edwards are part of a class that needed more time though.
Yeah, the talent is clearly there. And don't forget the pandemic cutting the college careers of many of the 2020 draftees short. Edwards, though, has all the tools to be an incredible wing player. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Towns. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Zubats against Beasley. Here's Towns. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. We've got a moment now to see the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top shooters in the league. 5th, Ivica Zubats.
He's just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
George against Edwards. And here is Powell. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. It's good. And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Back to George. A 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Edwards, a screen on Jackson. Beverly finds Edwards. Over Jackson, and there's Edwards on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. McDaniels comes in for Vanderbilt. Okogie's checked in for Edwards. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Zubats. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for George. Mann subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Powell. And Beasley has the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. 1:29 left in the first half of basketball. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Mann. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Passes it to Covington. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Russell, and he's good on the 3 ball. Powell's got 7 points in the game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
And something this team wants from Russell, his ability, Clark, to close games out on offense.
Yeah, and that's something you grow into, Kevin. I mean, and Russell is starting to develop that part of his game, but to create on his own, he knows how to do that now. It comes down to learning on the job as to when to do that and when not to.
And the first one drops. And Russell, a player known for his offense, but Greg, he's put in work to improve his play on defense as well.
Yeah, you know, Russell was known for his lack of defense there for a while. but he's been trying to improve that part of his game. It's a long road, but I tell you what, he is definitely taking steps.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
There's the screen. Now the pass to man. It's Covington on the wing. Batum for three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The timing by Batum, really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
15 seconds left now here in the second. Now, here is Russell. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
You see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And thank you for joining us as with 2 quarters in the book, it's looking good for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And with a game that's shot for shot, back and forth, neck and neck, mano a mano, safe to say they're dancing cheek to cheek, huh?
You lost me there at that end with the cheek-to-cheek stuff, Ernie.
Yeah, you're getting weird. But I like it, Ernie. I like it with the cheek-to-cheek.
Thank you, big fella. That means a lot. Now let's talk about this matchup. So far, a good start for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently finding the open guy. And then, of course, their shooters have delivered. If they keep it up, they're going to be tough to beat.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got D'Angelo Russell. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Anthony Edwards out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Vanderbilt into the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
You know, confidence feeds on itself, and the more experience Edwards gets, I think the more confidence he'll continue to gain, especially operating in these pick-and-roll sets.
Now, here is George. 12 points for him. Outside for Jackson. Inside, pass to George. Zubac, a screen on Beverly. The 3 from George. That one's not going to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Towns, the pass to Vanderbilt. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, in sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. George against Beverly. George passes to Jackson. And the rejection by Towns. Count them 1. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Zubac. Russell feeling it out a bit. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Towns Towns down low, working on Zubac. Towns, no luck. Clippers trail by 7. Right side, George. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns, the pass to Russell. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Vanderbilt. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside for George. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging about 22 points per and 5 assists. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Towns dishes to Prince. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Prince has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, when he was coming out of college, this is exactly what scouts thought Prince would be. A strong 3-and-D wing who plays with a lot of effort.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Here's George after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Outside, George. He can't hit that time. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Towns, a screen on Powell. Russell passes to Towns.
2 minutes remaining.
Now Russell, 10 points for him. For the 3. And there's Edwards on the assist by Towns. Towns has got 5 assists tonight.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
And Towns, not known for his rim protection, but he's improved in that area recently, challenging and changing more shots.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And with Towns, Greg, you knew he had the potential for rim defense, and it became a focus for him.
Yeah, and a lot of defense is putting in the effort. Credit Towns for improving in that area, and we'll see if he can take another step defensively.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. Okogie comes in for Patrick Beverly, and it's Beasley in for Russell.
And, you know, Nick Batum's length provides a huge bonus to his team. He's able to play and guard multiple positions.
Beasley with him, and Batum picks him up defensively. Prince's shot is good.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And George, here we go. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Daniels is checked in for Minnesota. Robert Covington's checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Passes to Hartenstein. Here's Mann. There's the pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 on the clock. From 13. And the Clippers miss again. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. Here's McDaniels. A shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. In the corner, Powell with it. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Powell. Beyond the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Edwards. Fires the three. Rebounded by Covington. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. Down by 15. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Powell nails both of them. And so it's Minnesota, 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you got a big guy that can pass.
Get out of your seat.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Batum is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at point guard. Minnesota leading by 13. Outside Russell. He kicks to Beverly. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 assists in the game. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Powell inside. Defended by Beverly. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Powell for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Fade away. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game. Batum scanning the floor. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the rejection by Towns.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Robert Covington. And it's George in for Powell. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And the rejection by Towns. George against Beverly. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
From 13, George with the bucket.
Putting his height to great use there, feeling out the situation and then hitting from mid-range.
Prince outside, passes it to Towns. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Towns missing. Clippers trail by 12. Outside, Batum tries the spin move. Here's George. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Russell against Zubac. Towns for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Beverly against George. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother him.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 12. Russell passes to Beverly. Now here's Towns. Zubac defending. Towns sets the pick for Russell. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Coffey, defended by Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Zubac a screen on Towns. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Outside Russell. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Here he goes. And the shot is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
First one falls for him.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Edwards has come in for Minnesota. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Powell's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Russell with it. Dishes to Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Powell against Beverly. It's Powell on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac a screen on Towns. The shot by Batum, no good. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Russell against Jackson. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Well, I tell you what, such a smooth, tight handle. I mean, especially for a guy with a 6'5" frame and 6'9" wingspan.
That's a 2 from Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Powell nails both of them. .107 left in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves leading by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Minnesota.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Powell for three. Nailed from three-point land. Powell's got it back down to within single digits for the Clippers. And here's Russell. And so Minnesota takes the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.